I absolutely hate making this type of video, but Lucas Tracy is an absolute joke. Like Lucas, there's a lot of us people that speak about MMA on the community and stuff, but every time a video title pops up of Lucas Tracy, I'm like, what are you talking about? And that's what you're meant to do. I do outrageous video titles as well. People click on them, I get hate for it. It's just what happens, and I could be slightly luring people in, but when you actually watch his videos and you hear how he speaks, and I was watching a Lucas Tracy debate live stream, I've been watching a few of his videos. I never really agree with what much of what he says. It's coming from quite a pussy mentality, quite a boxing sort of mentality in terms of, oh, this is a bad idea. If he does this, I wouldn't suggest this. The reason MMA is such a great sport is because of the underdogs. It's because of the people that you don't think they're gonna win, but they could win. And I don't want to see fighters just in fights that I think they're 100% gonna win. For example, Max Holloway, Justin Gaethje just got announced. Lucas Tracy uploaded a video as he would. He's a content creator that covers topics on this sport. He's a much bigger fish than me in this whole scene. And he was saying about how, oh yeah, this is a terrible idea for Max. I think he's gonna get flattened. I think he's gonna get destroyed. No problem for the prediction, right? The prediction is very good. He makes good points. He knows the sport. I never discredit his knowledge of the sport. It's more his. Well, obviously, a lot of his picks are wrong, but it's MMA. Anything can happen. Everyone has an opinion on fighters, and obviously, there's bias because of who you like more. Obviously, Gaethje's an American. Lucas Tracy's an American. Whatever. That probably means absolutely nothing. But essentially, folks, what my point is, I don't just want to see Max Holloway fight the top featherweights. A fun fight. Max Holloway always brings everything to the table. He puts everything on the line. Justin Gaethje does the same. They want that on a big card. They've put that on UFC 300. That is a massive fight. I've already spoken about it. It's an incredible fight. It's great matchmaking. But Lucas Tracy has come out saying Max Holloway's ending his career doing this and all this. He's a competitor by nature. When you fight and you compete your whole life, you want to fight the best of the best. You want to test yourself against the best. And people saying Max Holloway can't do it is why it's such an exciting fight. And you saying now, oh, gonna get steamrolled, he's gonna get flattened. What happens when he wins? Then you're gonna be like, oh wow, Max Holloway does this. Max Holloway can now fight for the belt at lightweight. When you're now, regardless win or lose, that's so exciting. The fact that Max Holloway could lose and everything is on the line. And your points are so valid about the Poirier fight and all this and all that, but of course Max has a chance. And you were debating with someone on your stream saying, oh, he said it's 50-50. I don't think it's 50-50. I think it's a 70-30 fight to Justin Gaethje, just based on everything we've seen. Gaethje's a much bigger man. I made a whole separate video on this. That is not my point. It's the pussy mentality of, okay, where's the competitive nature gone between fans? Why are we now in this world where no one is allowed to lose, or every fighter one person always has to be who's gonna win? And uh, why can't there be competition anymore? And why is someone throwing away their career if they take a tough fight? Do you know what I mean? And it's a very difficult fight for Holloway. Everything's against Holloway. We get it, but he's a fun fighter. It's for the fans. They bring everything to it, and you can say Holloway's making a big mistake. It's not a mistake. Imagine Holloway heard, oh, Lucas Tracy thinks you're making a big mistake and ending your career. He'd be like, what? Like, I'm a fighter, mate. I turn up and you fight every time, and that's what Max Holloway does. Max Holloway does that without fail every single time. And I don't think we should be judging him for that. I think we should be celebrating the fact that we've got this crazy fight and we don't know what's going to happen or which way it could go. We've got an idea, but if it goes the other way, it's going to be absolutely insane. I think Lucas Tracy needs to keep doing your titles, mate. Keep doing your outrageous titles. I do them as well. I'm going to do an outrageous title for this, and I'm going to get some views, hopefully, and we can see what people think about him. I just think it's a pussy mentality. I truly think, he's a lovely guy. I think he's a great guy. He's a funny guy. I really enjoy his content. I just think there's a mentality that I don't like. He did it the same with Volkanovski. Oh, he's going to ruin his career and all this. The odds, Islam's the favourite. Of course, Islam's probably going to win. But you're saying that Volkanovski's an idiot for taking the fight and all this. And obviously, it's not the most intelligent thing to do if you're thinking about it in the grand scheme of things. But he's a fighter. He's a competitor by nature. Stop calling out these guys for being idiots when you could be calling them out and respecting them for taking such difficult fights and making us as fans so lucky that we get them. I just really think that Lucas Tracy doesn't know what he's talking about in terms of a competitive point of view. Obviously, I know he's training a bit of boxing. It's a lot different under those lights. I would know, I've got experience competing, and when you're under those lights, people watching you, the composure is so important, and we should just be appreciative of these massive fights being made. We should appreciate the fact Max Holloway's taken such a difficult fight against such a difficult opponent, but they both have incredible skill sets. They're both going to bring so much to the table. And as I said, Lucas Tracy, wind your neck in a little bit. Keep going with your clickbait, keep doing all this, but I would really, really, really love and appreciate if you would just stop discrediting these guys and calling them idiots. And I'm not wasting my energy here. I'm a very low energy. I'm not annoyed in the slightest. I'm just a bit bothered by the fact that, okay, do you not understand what these guys are doing? They're risking their lives and stuff, and maybe that's why you're saying they're idiots, because people get hurt in this sport, people could die, but they're competitors by nature. Holloway thinks he can get it done. Fans think Holloway can get it done. Of course, it's like a 70-30 fight in Gaethje's favour, but that's what makes it so much more exciting. I mean, people need to stop getting into the... I don't like how MMA fans are being at the moment, where there can only be one winner, do you know? And the thing that separates MMA and boxing is people can lose in MMA and it be an exciting fight and they lose no stock and they're still at the top of the division. You get one loss in boxing and you're cast aside like, oh, he's not an undefeated boxer, he can't be as good as all the greats, you know what I mean? And it's just absolutely terrible. I mean, I made a video previously on the whole boxing dynamic. The boxing dynamic is absolutely shambolic. It's disgraceful. And obviously I'm going to cover it in more detail in other videos, but that's kind of what I want to say. It's a joke. You're a joke saying that Max Holloway has no chance and Max Holloway shouldn't be doing this. Of course he should be. He's getting a lot of money to get in there, and he's a fighter, man. He's great at what he does. Yeah, he's there to be hit. Yeah, that's what makes the fight a bit worrying. And yes, Gaethje most likely will win and maybe could pulverize the guy, but that's what makes us so excited as fans to tune in. The nail-biting nerves of before the fight, thinking, oh my god, what is going to happen here? Holloway could get hurt bad. And then imagine Holloway sparks him, and it's just like the most crazy, unbelievable feeling ever. And then you're sat there like, oh, good on Holloway, when you told him not to do it. So it's just one of those things. There's two sides of the coin here. I get what you're saying, but I think it's just a lack of... You don't understand the competitive drive and spirit to beat the best. You've got to be the best. You've got to beat the best, and the best is apparently blessed. And we're gonna see if it is Max Blessed Holloway. Just wanted to get that off my chest. I literally just wanted to sit down here and ramble a little bit. I just watched his full video. He's aware of what he's doing and what he's saying, and I really do like Lucas Tracy. I'm just, obviously, I might get a few more views for making this type of video. I do really enjoy his content. However, I would really, really appreciate if he just kind of sat back and keep making your videos, but I just want him to kind of acknowledge the fact of their competitors, and you saying, oh, they shouldn't do this. Imagine, so if Holloway says no to this fight, who does Gaethje fight at UFC 300? Beneil Dariush. He sits out, waits for Islam, and we get a women main event. We get Valentina Shevchenko or Bilal Muhammad in the main event. But instead, we're now getting a banger of a fight. This fight is going to be incredible because we know Holloway's not going to take a back step. And I actually I'm going to put a bit of money on Holloway because I know Holloway can get it done. He's definitely got the skill set too. It's just about getting through the early powder of Gaethje, waiting on him a little bit. And I would love to see some clinch work from Holloway, some snappy jabs. I've already made a separate video on it. I can't wait. I'm really, really excited for it. And I think, as I said, guys, you should subscribe, comment, and give me your thoughts on what Lucas Tracy had to say. That's kind of my video. I made a video on Lucas Tracy before, after the whole video he made on Alexander Volkanovski and Islam. He likes to pick the heavy favourite and then call the other guy an idiot for taking the fight, which just completely takes away any appreciation for how the underdog is approaching it. And also, it takes away the art of competition and why it's so much fun as fans. This is a sport for the fans. This is making fans excited. When Max Holloway's step in the cage with Justin Gaethje, we're going to be on the end of our seats. I'm a massive fan of Max Holloway. I would love him to beat Justin Gaethje. That's why I'll be nervous watching it. Do you get what I mean? So it's just, have a little think about that. As I said, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. See you later.